also look at today. And then in the news today, Sheik Gumi calls FCT Minister Wike a satanic person, says Christians and Southerners, our Christians and their infidels cannot be trusted with Nigeria's security. This is a very terrifying story, and this was revealed in about 14 minutes audio in Hausa language on his Facebook page. Interesting. Or not interesting, maybe not. And then, of course, still, concerning that conversation, that's about it. But we did fact check some of the things that were said in that conversation. I will let you in on it. Lagos, these are the hot topics that we have this hour. My name is Precious, and Mr. Darlington is here with me. Mr. Darlington, good evening to you and welcome.
Good evening, pretty Precious. How are you?
Sir?
How are you doing?
Sir?
How are you?
I'm not fine. I'm not fine. All right, let's get started after this break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Listen to hot critical analysis and top trending topics of the day. Join Precious, Monday to Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. on The Evening Rush.
The Lunch Crew Company.
So in the news today, just breaking, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu today, Thursday, approved the appointment of 8 new chief executive officers for parastatals and agencies under the Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation with immediate effect. They include the National Orientation Agency, the Nigerian Television Authority, the Nigerian Radio Corporation of the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, National Broadcasting Commission, Voice of Nigeria, Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria, News Agency of Nigeria, and Nigerian Press Council. The appointment came 24 hours after closed-door talks between the President and the Information Minister Mohammed Idris in the State House, Abuja. Special Advisor on Media and Publicity Ajuri Ngali revealed this in a statement he signed on Thursday titled President Tinubu appoints new leadership across the information and national orientation sectors. So let's take a look at them. The appointees are Mr. Lanre Issa Onilu as Director General of NOA, National Orientation Agency. Mr. Salihu Dambus retained his office as DG of NTA. So the DG of NTA remains. Dr. Muhammad Bulama as DG of FRCN, replacing Dr. Mansuri Liman. Mansuri Liman has been there for quite a long time. I mean, back when I was still there in FRC, Mansuri Liman was still there. So, appointed by President Buhari. Then, Mr. Charles Egwuatu replaces Balarabe Ilela as Director General of NBC. Mr. Jibrin Ndase as DG of VON, replacing Osita Okechukwu. The President also appointed Dr. Lekon Fadolapo as the Director General of ARCON, and Mr. Ali as the DG NAN, that is News Agency of Nigeria, and also Mr. Dili Ezura as Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Press Council. The President tasked the newly entrusted leadership in the subsectors to innovate and create new opportunities for Nigerians to leverage upon through the effective reform of these key institutions of government, which functions to unify Nigerians, reshape mindsets, and showcase the nation to the rest of the world. Mr. Darlington, new appointments.
Precious.
Sir?
Precious.
Sir?
This your party. What is wrong with them? I thought there are other people in Nigeria now. Why all these sectional appointments, for God's sake? Is that how you are going to unite Nigeria? It's unfortunate to.
What's sectional now? We have everybody now.
Look at all the names you mentioned.
But we have everybody involved, and everybody was incorporated in this.
Who and who? Apart from Ezra, who there was made the secretary of Nigerian Press Council. Mention any other person, any other top position that went to the southeast. Just mention the name there.
Okay.
Mention the name now. You can see what we are talking about. That is Nigeria for you.
Charles Egwuatu.
From what is the
Charles Egwuatu.
What is he holding?
Director General of NBC, and that's big. That's like a governing body for all this body. NBC.
Okay, NBC.
Shebi Egwuatu is Igbo abi.
Okay, yes, I agree with you. Hold on.
So when you see something good, we'll say it.
Hold on. You are using this one now to tell us that you have put an Igbo man there.
Has he not?
Are you serious?
I'm asking.
Please, you didn't get what I'm saying. Check it through the list of all the appointments that have been made so far. That is the issue. Go and check all the list of the appointments that have been made. Even Falana was even complaining of this lopsided appointment. Please go through the list of the appointments Tinubu have made so far and see what you are talking about. So you can see that this unity people are talking about is just on the lips of their mouth. Not in reality, they don't want any unity. They are not acting, they talk. They are not. How can this type of appointment bring unity into this country? How? Tell me. Buhari did it. He came and continued on the same pedestal. And he has no apology, doesn't even care. Meanwhile, Gumi is there raising hell that Satanas are taking over. As if Satanas, South and Southeast are there.
But I've not even reached that stage.
We'll get there. We'll get to that place. I heard what he said.
So you're not preempting me?
No, I'm not. But I want to add it to what is going on now. This appointment, please, they should try and balance. I know that there are more appointments, but with what is going on, I don't see them channeling the other ones in the Southeast or South. We had an Obasanjo in office. We had a Jonathan in office. It wasn't like this. Since APC came under Buhari, nepotism, Tinubu, nepotism. Is that how we are going to become one Nigeria? Every time people will say, let's move on. Do you move on with nepotism? Tell me. You have 3 children in the house. You are favoring 2, and you are making the other one look like a slave. How can peace be in that family? The day that boy you are treating like a slave will grow up, there will be no peace in that house. He will set that house ablaze. And you start asking, how did it happen? Look at what is going on. Look at what is going on. So, you truly mean to unite Nigeria, and you are making this type of appointment as if no other person matter, no other region matter. Is that how Nigeria will grow? That is my question. Can there really be peace? Can there be unity? Can we actually move forward as a united nation? Can we? It's all about now my region, my ethnic group, my religion. And people are watching. Elders of this land, they are watching this thing going on. Nobody will talk about it until the thing now become a problem. And you start asking, how did we get here? Look at this seed, evil seed that being sold now. Nobody will talk about it too. Nobody. Is that how Nigeria will move forward? That's my question. Did they move forward under Buhari and his nepotism? The answer is no. Even drag us backwards more. Drag us backwards. And people did not learn any lesson. They have started again. Buhari left us at 700 naira to $1. Under 4 months, it has dropped to 1,000 plus. And we are still making progress. Yes,
how much did you change today?
Is it not 1,000 plus? You were not the one that go and change money for me. How much did you change?
So I'm your go-to girl. Okay, so it's in the news that Supreme Court has fixed dates for Tinubu, or fixed the hearing of Tinubu and Atiku's petition to the tribunal case. According to memo obtained by some news people, the Apex Court fixed Monday, October 23 for the hearing on the case of Atiku and perhaps that of Tinubu too. Atiku and perhaps that of Peter Obi too. What are you expecting?
Precious, sir? There is nothing to expect because whatever happened, we are looking up to the Supreme Court. My prayer is that what happened in 1979 should not happen again, because it did not help us. Because I know very well that if Awolowo had won that election, God Almighty, Nigeria wouldn't be where it is today. If Awolowo had been allowed to rule this country in 1979, things would have looked up. Things would have looked up. No doubt about that. This is an administrator by excellence who will go to Awolowo to intimidate him. But you saw what happened when Shagari was given the mandate. Was it not Umar Diko that was running the show? To the extent that when he was arrested by Buhari, he was asking Umar Diko. It was because of that insisted that they should ask Umar Diko anything. That was why Buhari and the Diabo wanted to go and bring Umar Diko from London through cargo. They cargoed him, but the plan failed at Heathrow Airport. Can anybody come and tell Awolowo how to run Nigeria after all the first things he did in the southwest? That is what we have been telling people. Put the square peg in a square hole for Nigeria to move forward. Leave all these things. It's not helping us. It has dragged us back for a long time. Imagine if Awolowo had been allowed to rule Nigeria when it was right. We would have built a nation. This man would have used his wisdom. But for reasons best known to Obasanjo, Richard Akinjide, and who other, Abiola. And these were people who use Awolowo's free education to go to school. At the end of the day, they were the same people that sabotaged him when they should have rallied around him. I have been saying it. I can't imagine that Shagari and Awolowo contesting an election and the Shagari will win Awolowo. It is not possible. Where will you start? Awolowo was part of the independent struggle. Where was Shagari then? Where was Shagari? A school teacher. But they gave it to him. What happened at the end of the day? Is that not where the Nigerian problem started? Shagari was interested in wearing long cap and agbada, while Umar Diko and other MPN were running the show. Is that not what happened? So what happened in 1979 should not happen again. No. That is my advice.
All right. So now that you mentioned, Sheik Gumi, but before we go to him, let's even go straight to the case, the recent development with the president's case. As do know that the president has and his team have besieged a U.S. court seeking that to stop the court from the FBI, or asking the court to ask the FBI not to release some sensitive documents concerning him. So President Bola Tinubu is in yet another scramble. The news has it, to block records relating to him from being disclosed by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Central Intelligence Agency, and other United States services. So court filings seen by newsmen, People's Gazette, for instance, Sahara Reporter, some other news platforms have it, showed that Mr. Tinubu's lawyer in the US have filed a motion to appear on an ongoing Freedom of Information action brought against the US organizations, where records that may help answer questions about the president's real identity and decades-long endeavors are domiciled. So Christopher Kamakau, who is his lawyer, one of the lawyers who represented Mr. Tinubu in the recent Chicago State University thingy or saga, filed the motion dated October 18, 2023, stating that he was a lawyer in good standing to appear in the case in the FOI lawsuit underway in Washington, D.C., the filings revealed. Quoting that, he says, in fact, I don't think I have to bore us with that, but that's, you have all, I don't need all those buttons. But people are beginning to think that, okay, you do recall that journalist David Hunde was one of those who was party to this subpoenaing the US agencies. He admitted to being one, alongside, some other people who are US residents and citizens, some other man who is a US resident and citizen. So he had tweeted on his, Twitter platform or X platform, saying that it looks like, a delayed tactics by the president, which is like, modus operandi, and that it's boring. So do you think that this may be some sort of, I'd like to pick your mind, really. What do you think?
If you ask me, I have advised Tinubu and his lawyers and the supporters. By now, they should be doing damage control by now, Tinubu should be doing damage control. Enough has been done already. Enough damage has been done. He tried it with the CSU. It didn't work. Judge Nancy Maldonado was looking at them while they were running from one place to the other, asking for a stay of execution, asking for delay, putting appeal. At the end of the day, the judge said they should release all those documents. And that was it. So if they did not succeed with that judge, if they did not succeed with CSU, what makes them think that an FBI, a CIA, that they will stop them from carrying out their responsibility? Their job is cut out. Let them go and read the CIA mandate and that of the FBI. Are you aware that just 2 or 3 months ago, the FBI was investigating Biden, Joe Biden, who is a sitting American president? Are you aware? They went to his house. CNN showed us when Joe Biden received FBI into his house when they were trying to check his tax record. A sitting American president. You are now aware of what this same organization is doing to Donald Trump, digging out everything about him. And by March next year, he will be facing the court. Then, if they are doing this to their own president, then it is you who is a foreigner and who is alleged to have committed criminal offense in their soil. They will not spare you, Abi. Let me tell you, Tinubu is now vulnerable. I told you here. All manner of people will be coming to him now just to leech on him. Parasites. Even when they know it is not possible, they'll say, let us go and try. Bring money. Let us go and file it. Yes, we will stop them from releasing it. Just bring money. He will not ask them, come. The ones you tried with Judge Maldonado, did you succeed? The one you tried with the CSU, did you succeed? Why do I give you money to go and file another case against the FBI and CIA? He will not ask that question. They will go and, blow the money. That is it. He will never succeed in this particular case. The FBI will release those documents because it is a given. Joe Biden is going for election next year. His party, they are watching with keen interest on what we do with this Tinubu matter. Any slightest compromise, Joe Biden is gone. Why do you think he has not been able to meet Tinubu, even when there was a talk shop at the UN? They are watching and looking at Joe Biden, what he will do with this matter. They may even accuse him of taking drug money and all that. Is it not US? They will accuse him of everything. The moment they step out of bound, the US authority, the US people, they are watching with keen interest over this matter. So the FBI will never compromise. They will never. The lawyer, if he claims he's in a good standing, he should have known that this is a criminal allegation. A very serious offense under American soil. Your freedom of information, whatever, does not cover this. It does not. If not, nobody should have been talking to Donald Trump and Joe Biden. If not. So what is he saying? Why didn't he succeed with the other matters? Why didn't he succeed since he's the guru-in-law? They just want to eat our money. I can say it is Nigerian money. It's a Nigerian money. Let somebody come and tell me that Nigerian money have not gone into these things that is happening in the US. From one place to the other. From one place to the other. So you can see. They are just parasiting on the president. And he has not even seen the need to come back. Look, if this man can come today and apologize to Nigerians, why not? Nigeria, are we not forgiving? But those who supporting him and pushing him, let him continue. Where are you continuing to? When the secret has been leaked, everybody have seen that this woman is carrying a 7-month-old pregnancy. And you are telling us, cover it, hide it, bring a blanket, bring a foam, cover. What are you covering? The pregnancy is out. All this deceit, whom are you deceiving? Nigeria of 21st century. Of course, they think that all of us are fools. We are zombies. No, we are not. Oh, we are not. With what they are doing so far, with all this roadblock, all this obstacle on the way of every, it is enough to tell you that something is wrong. He has not even defended any of the allegations. All he's doing is to block every avenue for any secret to be leaked. Meanwhile, they are telling us he has nothing to hide. If you have nothing to hide, allow the people to do their work now. What is wrong there? Allow them to do their work. There's nothing to hide. There's nothing to hide. Speaking from both sides of their mouth. Moka will be there talking. Festus Keyamo will be there talking. This other person will be there talking. Just for Tinubu to know that they are supporting him. They are not helping him at all. They are not. I told you when the erudite Rotimi Williams, legal luminary of note, when he was defending Salisu Buhari on this same matter, he advised him to apologize when he saw all the avalanche of evidence. And the man, he came out before the national television and cried and apologized. The matter died down. When last did anybody remember Salisu Buhari? When last? But in this case, people are telling you, go ahead, don't do this. Meanwhile, they are indirectly dealing with him, but he doesn't know. They are demarketing him. Nadeko have written to ECOWAS now. The thing is spreading. It's spreading. So how will they now cover all these things at the end of the day? How? Tell me how. More so when he had not defended all these allegations. He had not even done anything about it. All he's doing is to cover. What are you covering? No, what are you covering? 7 months old pregnancy. It's not possible. It is not possible. No matter what he does now, the verdict is out there.
But Mr. Darlington, are these not all allegations until
it has gone beyond allegation? If this allegation,
it's all an allegation until it is proven otherwise.
Hold on. In the court of public opinion, it's no longer allegation. He has done enough to convince everybody that this thing is true. That's what I'm saying. When they asked Obi to do something, even though it was, that one is in by the side, it's not even relevant. The man came out and said everything about him. Obi. Even though no court, no nothing is asking him anything. It was just a rabble rouser who was talking. Obi had to tell the story of his life. Atiku told his own. Why is it that this particular one, nobody have said anything except to be covering? Every time they will carry money, run to US court and start doing whatever. Those lawyers should be very careful. They will sanction them. If they discover that they want to compromise US judiciary, they will sanction them. They did it in the UK. They did it in the UK. All this deportation by 1994, nobody talking. Why were you deported? You don't want anything. You see that the date is near. That's why you now run to court to stop FBI. Let FBI compromise and say they will not. You hear what will happen to them in the US. You will hear the avalanche of insult they will receive. Let them come and tell us that court, which court, that somebody did such a serious issue. You say court to say, well, if no court will even say that.
All right, so Mr. Darlington, let's go straight to Sheik Gumi's case. Gumi has called FCT Minister Ijeoma Wike, the former governor of Rivers State, a satanic person, says Christians and their infidels cannot be trusted with Nigeria's security. He said a lot. Mr. Darlington, if I begin to read all the things he said, I think I may just, it may be too insightful, but I will just speak a few of it. He said that he did hear that Ijeoma Wike received the ambassador, the Israel ambassador to Nigeria, and that during that visit that Ijeoma Wike was quoted. According to him, he said he heard that Ijeoma Wike condemned the attack on Israel by Palestine, and how can Ijeoma Wike condemn it? That Israel has been attacking Palestine over the years, and Ijeoma Wike did not see that kind of thing to condemn, but it's now this one that he'll condemn, that he's satanic. In that visit, Ijeoma Wike had stated that there's going to be collaboration between Israel and Nigeria in terms of security for the FCT. So he also did say that kind of collaboration will not work because Israel does not, would not want to see Muslims, because that's Abuja will not become another Tel Aviv. That if they now see anybody carrying long beards like him now, they'll say, oh, kill him, he's a Saddam Hussein or he's an Osama bin Laden, so kill him. He said a lot. He now said that when Muslims are in power, that they don't kill Southerners and Christians. But when when Muslim Northerners are in power, they don't kill Southerners and Christians, but Southerners and Christians had, keep killing them. He mentioned the case of Kaduna and Zogo, and he mentioned all sorts. Mr. Darlington, I don't know if I should start. Like as I said, I feel like quoting him and breaking down issue may be a bit too risky. So I'd like you understand the story already. I go to think that we've had a bit background of this information before now, off the microphone. So I'd like you to please use your church mind and attend to it.
Precious.
Sir.
There is nothing new about Gumi. I'm telling you. The northern oligarchy is using that man to insult the South and Christians. He has been doing it over the years. Repeatedly. And he has no apology.
So there was something significant he said. He said that even though you put northern Muslims in charge of security agencies, that is insignificant. It is insignificant because the people who have the guns are the Christians or the Southerners. So that the ones killing their people. And then he mentioned, of course, a popular death that involved Kaduna and Zogo. He mentioned another one that involved quite a number of Southerners, and he said that that's the example he's citing.
Okay, please, Precious, since he went there, can Gumi, can he tell us who has been ruling this country out of the 63 years of our independence? How many times have the Northerners been the helm of affairs, even as military leaders and the civilians? The coup he was talking about, let him go and read the tragedy of victory by Alabi Sama and the other one, Why We Struck. He will know what caused that coup and who carried it out. This Nzogu he's mentioning, Nzogu was a son to Sauduna. It is there. It is not a hidden fact. So whenever he wants to be economical with the truth, he will try to blackmail everybody. Meanwhile, he will not say the truth. Please, this insecurity that he's talking about, that they are killing, can he give us the statistics, the list of the people in the army, from the highest rank to the lowest rank? Let us know the numbers, state by state. You will see that the northern states are far, far ahead by their personnel in the military and security agencies. How many Southerners are there? How many? And he said that they are the ones killing.
He actually answered that question. He said that, quoting him, I said there was once a reverend or a bishop during Buhari's tenure who was saying to meet me and told that Muslims have hijacked power. I told him yes, and I am okay with it because I know the chief of army staff would not attempt to attack me, even if he would not protect me. He will not collaborate with some other people to attack me. Our people, either in the military, police, or the Department of State Services, will not be used to harm me. They will not harm you, who is also talking as a Christian. Okay. So it's not like he's not privy of this information.
Okay.
He does know.
Okay, fine. Now that his people are in charge of these things and things are like this, so whom are we going to blame? Precious. Do you see that this man, the way he talks, seriously, I just wonder, is he gaslighting all of us or what? Now that his people are in charge and this insecurity is very, very prominent in the north, who he is going to blame? You can see now.
So he mentioned Dinka, he mentioned Babangida, he mentioned Gideon Oka, he mentioned quite a lot of people. But beyond all of that, there is something else he also did mention. He did say that someone from Miyetti Allah met him and said that there may be the possibility, if this administration meets him and asks that he does negotiate with bandits on behalf of government, he shouldn't. And in my head I'm like, okay, so that means it's a thing
he has already
for
said
government to negotiate with bandits.
He has said it, that whenever he wants to go and negotiate with the bandit, that the government always give him security cover. He said it. So what is new there? He said it under Buhari. This man was an alternate government. He was not the one that said that they should give bandits amnesty. If we don't, that the insecurity will continue. He said it. He was meeting them almost on daily basis. And the Buhari was watching. This man was just a government of his own. The question is, why did the security agents allow this man to be doing all this? All the things he said there, is it not inflammatory? Is it not inciting? NBC will not hear this. DSS will not hear this. Police will not hear this. The army, they will not hear these things. They will not hear. Let somebody reply him from the south now. They will go after that person. Please, Gumi should tell me. These were bandits. These Fulani herdsmen. This ISWAP. This Boko Haram. Where are they from? They are from the south here, Abi. No, they came from the southern Nigeria. They are Christians. Abi? No, now let us go down that lane. Let Gumi come and tell us where these people came from. Who opened our border and allowed these people to come in? Who took our money to go and pay these people somewhere in the Sahel? Was it not Aerofire? Did he not say it openly? Was it a Christian that did that? Please answer me. Since independence, who have been heading all these security agencies? Yet, where is security in Nigeria? I don't know how Gumi should be talking like this. Precious, there is a 400 names given to this government under Buhari of those who were sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria throughout Buhari's tenure. Nobody even mentioned those names. Nobody prosecuted them. Nobody had anything about them until they left office. And up to today, nobody have talked about them. These are names given to Nigeria from Dubai. Gumi is aware. He didn't tell us how many Christians are there, how many Satanists are there. He did not tell us who. They kept it under wraps. You can imagine. So, the only reason why this thing has been continued is because we in the south here, we have been conquered. That is why somebody will be insulting you, somebody will be assaulting you, and he will still be blaming you. Somebody who's supposed to be sorry for what he has done to you so far, he's not blaming you again, blackmailing you, just because he knows that you cannot do anything. That is it. Let somebody from the south do 1/4 of what these people have done in the north. They are not interested in the unity of this country. They are not interested of this Nigeria moving forward. Look at the type of statements he's making. That security will not be. You that have been holding security over the years, what happened? Where are we?
So I even had to fact check some of the things that he said, because in that meeting with the Israel's ambassador to Nigeria, Nyesom Wike, that is Mr. Michael Freeman,
he didn't say any of those things.
At least from the information that was made available to news, I didn't see where they discussed the Palestinian-Israeli war. It wasn't even in the discussion. I didn't see where Nyesom Wike particularly condemned the attack on of Palestine by Israel. I didn't see a thing like that. So I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if anybody can quote Nyesom Wike when he's saying that. So if that did not happen, then I wonder how. Perhaps there's some inner information that Sheik Gumi does have that others don't have, or perhaps there's someone within Nyesom Wike's camp maybe who may have gone to leak what Nyesom Wike said in secret. So I don't know, but
Wike wouldn't have said that. He wouldn't have, because it's a sensitive issue.
So could it have been because Nyesom Wike had mentioned the fact that he's going to be fighting open grazing? Could that be a thing?
That is it. And what he's doing in Abuja now. Ab initio, they not to believe that Abuja is their own. Nobody should come there and do anything. Remember when they wanted to host Miss Nigeria some time ago? The Northerners said, no, that thing cannot be held in Abuja. That was under Obasanjo. They had to take it to Calabar. What does that tell you? Tell me, what does that tell you? So Wike came now, say he want to return Abuja to the original master plan. And all the people who were destroying the landscape and all that, he will deal with them. That is the sin he has committed though. When you want to hang a dog, you give it a bad name. There is nothing they will not accuse the Wike of. He even said in that his speech that Tinubu should remove Wike. If not, he will not get 8 years.
Yes.
So they are the one that gives power. Now you can imagine that arrogance.
The Tinubu may not get 8 years.
Can you imagine? The same thing they told Jonathan. The same thing. Papa and so went to go and tell Jonathan that you say this Festus or Dimegu, the man who is the National Population Commission chairman, remove him. He came from Brewery. He had taken too much beer.
What did Festus Dimegu do?
He said he want to give us world-class census. That since independent Nigeria have never had a census that you can take to the bank. that what he met in office, the last census he made, was a fraud.
So what was wrong with the statement that wants his removal?
Fine. The man said that because the case of Ogmogu want to now expose this deceit that the north is more populated than the south.
Oh, wow. Is that a deceit?
That was the sin.
Is that a deceit?
Not only that, listen very well. Listen.
No, you just said it's a deceit, and I wanted to.
Of course, now.
How is it a deceit?
Hold on. Harold Smith, the last Governor General of the North, he said that was some years ago in CBS. I have that interview. I have it in my library. He said that something is worrying him. That he is 80 years old now. That his conscience is worrying him. That when they were leaving Nigeria, they made it look like the North it was more populated. That was why they handed power to them. But today, that thing is haunting him. That he's regretting what they did. And I ask you, Precious, please, mention anywhere in the world where a desert and arid region is more populated than the southern and swampy area. Mention. Has he ever seen such a thing before anywhere in the world? Let us take an example from somewhere. But every time, the north is more populated. And they'll be using this thing to blackmail every politician down here that they have the number. The number is toddlers, children who are not up to 10 years, that they use to go and vote. Cows and cattle.
No, Mr. Darlington, where did you see that one? I cannot say what did you see now.
Is that not part of the population they are telling you?
No.
Did
you see that one anywhere? Do you have proof to that thing you're saying?
Hold on. Where is the population? If they're not, what is the population then? Why did the Kwankwaso go to do what he did to Jonathan? And because Jonathan is an obedient servant, he obeyed them and removed the man. He removed him. First of all, he couldn't do that. He removed him. Meanwhile, the second time they said, if you don't remove him, did he get the second time? Did Jonathan get the second time from even Kano? We know what happened in Kano. We know the election that happened in Kano, how it ended up. The INEC rec who wanted to bring the actual result, he was born inside his house and they were dancing around the house to make sure he does not come out with family. Because the man said he was going to bring out the original result. The commissioner of police who now went to present a fake result that was accepted, was he not the one that Buhari gave the IG when he took office? That is Nigeria for you. So over the years, because we have not interrogated what the North have been doing to this country. That's why they continue to feel that they have the monopoly of violence, the monopoly of arrogance, the monopoly of impunity. Can't you see it whenever they come into office? Look at what is it the only one? Look at Erofai. Who took our money to go and pay people to stop killing Nigerians? Precious, a governor. Let somebody in the south to try that. You see why this thing is paining me? Somebody has caused you so much pain. Instead of him to be sorry, he is still thinking that it is right to inflict injury on you. Can you imagine? These Fulani herdsmen that have made farmers not to go to farm, are they Christians? Are they Satanás? Are they Christians? Are they Catholics or Igbos? Let Gumi come and tell us. Those people that he claimed that are killing Northerners that are from, let him come and tell us. Let us bring the list of Northerners in the military, in the Navy, in the Air Force. Bring out their names one by one. Let us see where the numbers are. You can see now, they have started blackmailing Tinubu, telling him what to do and what not to do. He even said that they should remove Wike. Abi? He made it clear that they should remove him.
All right, Lagos phone lines are open. Let's now officially begin to take your thoughts, your reactions on the conversations that we have right now. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. 0700 903 9039. Adeyemi Joshua said from Ekwaja says, greetings to you, Precious and Darlington. This new appointment of BAT is regionally sided. We must be fair in the way things are done and consider federal character if we must remain a nation. As for BAT's results, the Bible says the sinner runneth when no man pursueth, but the righteous is as bold as lion. That's what Joshua Adeyemi said. All right, let's go to the phone lines. Hello, good evening. No, we can't do this today. If you call me, please make sure that the volume of your radio set is already down when you call, please.
Hello, good evening. My name is Victor. I'm calling from Surulere.
Victor, you're welcome. Please, welcome.
I've been trying to call since forever, but
Oh,
thank God I was able to
I'm so sorry.
reach you guys today.
I'm so sorry. You're welcome. Welcome. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I don't know if I'm okay though.
Good evening, Mr. Darlington.
This job is not an easy one.
Good evening.
It's always nice to hear you. Lately I look forward to your program every evening, so I'm always tuned in anyway.
Thank you.
So I didn't really get all the headlines, but the one I got was the one where I heard our president is trying to file a lawsuit against the FBI and all sorts. I think the problem of
so
Nigeria
let me
is
quickly
not.
run you through the headlines just so you are abreast. So the Supreme Court have fixed Monday to hear Tinubu the case, the appeal, Atiku's appeal, about Tinubu's presidency, right? And then there's also the case of the president of making new appointments on some federal parastatals and agencies, including FRCN, NTA, NBC, Voice of Nigeria, and all of those agencies. So he's changed their heads. And we also brought to the news what Sheik Gumi said about Easterners, saying that Christians. He said a lot. I don't even know if I can start mentioning. I don't know if you've seen that story about Gumi today. Just so you can save me the stress of mentioning these things over and over again, because the news is really not very palatable. But if you still want me to insist, let me just quickly run the headline. It says, Sheik Gumi calls FCT Minister Ijeoma Wike a satanic person. That Ijeoma Wike is satanic. He says Christians and their infidels cannot be trusted with Nigeria's security. He said a lot, it's not the only thing he said, though. And he said that if Tinubu does not remove Wike, he cannot get 8 years. Then before the president's results.
So assuming that
not
was
president's results. Sorry for clearing you.
Hello?
It's actually about president stopping the FBI, trying to file to U.S. courts to stop the FBI from releasing some documents about him. That's the conversation. Apologies.
Okay, so I think it's very funny and it's very laughable when some people call on the show and say that Tinubu is not trying to hide anything, because it's clear as day. If you don't have anything to hide, you defend, not block. Yes. I am not an APC fan. I am not a PDP fan. I'm not even an LP fan. I just want somebody that will be fair to Nigerians, that will take us out of this poverty state. So see, forget all those. Nigeria will be better in 4 years. If we have proper leadership, in 2 years, Nigeria should be where we need to be. Well, because we are so used to people lying to us. We are so used to bad leaders. Today, I was going to work, and something happened, and somebody made a statement that we are used to it. I'm like,
yes, no, they have conditioned our mind.
Are you serious? We're used to it.
Yes, they have conditioned our mind.
So I think our problem is us. You see, somebody will still come and defend Tinubu. It is not about who is sitting there. It's just about the best person to lead us. And it's obvious that this man is not. I keep telling people, if this man, our president, in quotes, had our interest at heart, he would never have run as president. No.
I'm telling you.
He would have done what he usually do, which was sponsor somebody and play puppet master behind the scene.
Exactly.
But this man just wanted to have the title. He said it himself. This is what he has been pursuing all his life.
Yes.
Now he has finally gotten it by fire by force. But when Nigerians now call on the show and try to defend this man, and since this SU saga has surfaced, many things just come to my head. I'm like, okay, the whole gist of their defense is he went to the school. So how can you forge what
you have,
a certificate that you have? Me, I went to the University of Lagos. I finished with a 2-1. Okay, I went to in my certificate, I wrote 2-2. Sorry, in my certificate, I wrote first class. I went to the school now, so I didn't forge it.
But it's the same school you went
to.
Instead of the 2-2 that's your actual, results, and you put 2-1.
But you don't lie. 2-1, so I did forge it.
But you don't lie now. But it's forged.
No.
All right, I appreciate
I'm
you.
just,
Thank you. Let me let someone else
just
come in.
use an example.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Then. Hello. Good evening to you.
Good
Yes.
evening, Precious.
Good evening. Thank you. Welcome. What's your name, sir?
Yeah, my name is Shola.
Shola, where are you calling from?
I'm calling in from Egbeda, Lagos.
You're welcome. Go ahead, Shola. Let's hear you.
Yeah. In fact, this is my first time calling in.
Yay. Hey, and my
I've
bed is
been-
far from you. I would have just given you some. Wait, let me make it happen.
I mean, you don't have tambourine.
Thank
Yeah, I hear something.
I should do banana for you, Abby.
Wonderful. Yeah, in fact, I'm so delighted,
Thank
to
you.
be able to join in.
Thank you.
In fact, I would say that to start with, your program is very, very wonderful. It gives Nigerians the voice, to be able to express their mind. So, quick one. In fact, the guest that you have right there,
Yes.
I don't know his name, but when I put on the radio, I just started hearing his what he has to say. He has dissected everything.
He's Barrister Darlington.
What I got. Okay, in fact, kudos to him. I salute, sir.
Thank you.
Well done.
Yes, sir. So all the things going on in this country, I won't lie to you. Day by day, I just keep having this belief or this notion that we are not on the right track. Let's just be sincere. And I believe this is not just my personal opinion. We just keep moving. Why is it that we keep moving from fry pan to fire? I'm a realist. You understand? I am somebody that is realistic. The problem we have in this country is that we don't call a spade a spade. Okay, now look at what Gumi is uttering as a statement. Even I was at the filling station now, and on X, I saw another man complaining. He's speaking Hausa language, saying the same thing, that Wike should not be the FCC minister, and saying all those things. So what I've discovered is that when I say we are not on the right track is that Nigerians have been divided by our leaders on religious line, on tribal line, for their own selfish interest. Are you with me, Precious?
Yes, please.
It's just so sad that even we, the people, let me use the word, the downtrodden, because the commonwealth of the people is what is being clamped upon by these people, and they use whatever means to make sure that the people are being subdued. When are we going to come out of this? Okay, what does it cost Nigerians to have their own form of constitution that is going to emanate from our traditions, cultures, and beliefs? What is the essence of all the conference? What did they call it? Was it, I think, something conference? What did they call that thing? You can remind me.
National conference.
That even
Confab, the national conference.
Yeah, thank you.
The Confab, yes.
Yeah, and there was a report on all these things.
It's resting somewhere under a desk, probably in some shelf or something.
So why are they hiding all those things? And you see that each and every leader or president that comes in, especially look at Buhari, when he came in, it was one of his agenda. One of them had said, okay, they are going to look into it. Now, Tinubu is there now. I can assure you, he's not going to talk about it because he has fulfilled his own ambition. Let's leave sentiments aside. I'm a Yoruba guy myself. On X today, I saw one man. He's an alpha.
Oh dear. Hello? All right, unfortunately, I've lost you. I don't know. Perhaps from his end. Hello, good evening.
Hello. Good evening, Precious Gumi. How are you there?
I'm not fine, Joe. I'm not in the mood to answer those names today. Just call me Precious Dollar. Why will dollar they go up? You never ever call me Precious Dollar. Why? Why can you not associate?
Okay, make I call you Precious Dollar.
Yes. Why can you not associate?
Because we are dollarized country economy.
It's okay. Just call me the dollar.
But let me give you instant about the dollar you are talking about.
What is going on?
Precious, when Buhari take over from Jonathan, During Jonathan last administration, I used to ship things to Nigeria. Let me tell you, I used to exchange money here also. So if I have to give people the exchange, it was 155 naira, our money.
At some point, I think before he left, it was 168 at some point, thereabouts.
100 before
that administration
Buhari
left,
power.
168. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm into business. Before Buhari take power, last administration of Jonathan, I used to change money here, 155 naira, which means if I want to do a container, it takes me like 20,000 franc. So that 20,000 franc is at rate of 3.1 million naira. Today, our money is 1,225. If I want to make the same exchange that I used to make, the same 20,000 franc will cost me 24.1 million naira. From 3.1 to 24 million under 8 years plus. Is the jump not crazy?
Yeah,
and people that create insecurity down there, and the supporter of insecurity, who is, let me tell you, let a man in the southeast tell the security officer that he will be the one negotiating with ESN. If that person is not in prison today, let me die tomorrow.
Where is Wajago?
I'm saying this with my whole heart. You see, these people have, I don't know how to qualify them because of, I'm not talking about them, but the people that is defending them. You see, your first caller said, he said, why is he trying to block? You need to defend, not block.
Is that not what I said?
You don't block FBI. You need to defend, not block. Allow them to bring out what they want to bring. Then you defend it. You don't block them not to bring it out if you don't have cockroach in your cupboard. You see, it's not everybody that is doing. They have a lot of politicians that are even do. Okay, let me tell you, like yesterday, I called, but the network wasn't good from your side, I think. When you are talking about
yes, I couldn't
the school
hear you.
in
I couldn't
Edo.
hear you properly, yes.
Yeah, where children are begging the governor to.
Yeah, where the children are begging.
Yes.
I wanted to point out in Lagos State where you are, Lagos State Island West, the local government chairman there. People need to celebrate him. I forgot his name. I saw it on the news. He is doing road. Do you know the palliative he did? He did a palliative like an open market. People of that area have to come and buy a carton of Indomie for 1,000. Everything at cheaper rates. That is palliative.
Yeah, he's doing it every month. Yeah, he does it.
Every month.
He does
You
it.
see, these are the kind of people we need in politics. He is a Muslim. We will celebrate, we will support him. I'm a Christian. If you do good, we support you, we celebrate you. So let Gumi stop this religion, whatever he wants to do, for people to start hating each other now, because he's building something else up.
He's doing something, I'm telling you. It's too much of it.
Even though I don't support Wike because of his character, because of his Ashawo politics.
No, you're live on radio. Nidu, you can't say that. Please take it back.
Ashawo no be English.
No.
Yeah, still repeating it.
You can't say that now, Nidu. This is national radio.
Okay.
Don't use those words, please.
Okay. I withdraw that one.
Thank you.
I don't support his lifestyle, his kind of politics, because of even everybody know the Togri in Rivers State. Everybody knows all what he's doing in Rivers State. So I don't support what he's doing, but I don't support what Gumi is saying.
Okay.
And I'm saying, who is this Gumi? Why is he walking freely in Nigeria today?
Thank you so much, Nidu, so that we can take some more conversation.
Thank you. Welcome.
I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, let me run to YouTube. Some reactions there. Azing Bemi Justice said, if such a person came from a southeastern such a statement you mean came from a southeastern, a person would have been declared a non grata in the north by now. That's what you said. And then the Ike says, "Good evening, Precious. I appreciate you. Good evening." And then let me quickly take Elvis' call before this is Peter Notobong says, "God will help us out of the hand of this situation." Elvis Nolly says, "Politicians from the entire south, east, west, south, or southeast, southwest, and south are the more reason someone like Gumi is talking this kind of thing he's saying." You. Yep, that's what you said. All right, phone lines are still open, people. 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 9039. Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Yes, good evening to you. Welcome. Sir?
Good evening, Pre, and good morning from here, California. This is Prince.
Prince Akwachi, Mr. Darlington has gotten what you did.
What?
Mr. Darlington, good morning.
Prince,
good morning.
Prince,
you know,
in fact,
yeah, I really appreciate you guys. You know, if I wanna say it, I will make the confession that you guys are actually my high blood pressure medication. You know, because when I listen to you guys.
Why some people say we give them high blood pressure?
When I listen to you guys, my blood pressure goes down. You know.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yes. And I just want to thank you guys. Keep up the good work. Keep doing. You know, Nigeria's case is kind of like, would I say, a pregnant woman who is in a serious labor. You know, and we'll keep managing it until the child is delivered safely. You know, if I want to start, if I start with Gumi, for me, you know, it's just that if I say anything about Gumi, what about a pastor, a GO that came out and said he was supporting one side? You know, the thing is this: Israel is Jewish. And you know what they practice is Judaism, you know, and even in Palestine, you have more Christians in Palestine than that of Israel.
Yeah, exactly.
However, right. You know, if I'm gonna admonish Gumi, I will also admonish the GO. You know, we all know his name. I'm not gonna, you know, call the name here.
But you called Gumi's name now, so you still call the GO's name now. Should be you called me. You're not the one that started by calling names.
Yeah. So and then you know, talking about the president trying to have the FBI, he can try or he can. The only thing he can do is to delay it. Would those things come out? When they've said it's coming out, it's gonna come out. Yes. Whether he likes it or not, this is not a Nigerian court. It will come out. You know, and very soon we're gonna be following suit with what Canada doing. You know, very soon they are protesting. Those in Canada, they are protesting. I think this weekend or so. Ours is coming soon, and you guys will definitely hear about it. At the end of the day, what is he hiding? What is he hiding? For Christ's sake. If you get something and you don't want people to know, then humbly resign and just save us the stress.
I'm telling you.
For Christ's sake. Nigeria has suffered enough. However, I guess this is where I will say it. Like I said, you guys keep up the good work. I really love what you guys do. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you, Prince. In fact, now that you honored me, God will honor you too. For even when the thing is over, you still remembered me. God will remember you. I'm so grateful. I'm so happy for you. Thanks a lot,
Sure.
Thank you. All right. Let me run through some messages. Good evening, Precious and Darlington. This country is seriously tiring. Everything is down. Where do we go from here? If you ask me, now who I go ask? Don't let me, bring out my choir self to you right now. Gumi is... and I'm surprised why he's still walking free. Nana from Okafa, he's a terrorist apologist. I'm surprised why he's walking free. Nana from Okafa, good evening, Precious and Darlington. And then they says, good evening, Precious and Darlington. With people like Gumi in this country, will never move forward. Has he forgotten that it's a Muslim ticket? Let him go and rest. Odaba sent in that message. And Adegboyega Adediji says the success of a regime, government or an administration doesn't depend on large number of persons appointed. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu isn't taking into consideration taxpayers' money that will be used to feed large cabinet members in a situation where citizens are living in penury. The disciples of our Lord Jesus Christ were only 12, and they were able to spread the word to every corner of the earth. So why will the President Tinubu stop doing multiple appointments? No, this one is not multiple. This one, that they're already heads that are there. He just changed them. It's not like he's new people. Precious, what do you mean by allegation when a case is in court and have been decided and judgment delivered? Did you not hear that Tinubu's certificate was decided and released in court? Did you not hear that the case of drugs against Tinubu adjudged and money was paid for Tinubu's freedom? You see, more than the gimmick boost, I read them. More than no say, I'm the lawyer servant.
And he was deported.
I'm a lawyer servant, deported by you. Okay. Sam Ken John August says he should know that Gumi is exactly like his father, who allegedly once swore that over his dead body that a Christian will get to power again in Nigeria after Obasanjo in 1979. Of course, he died before OBJ returned in 1999. The people don't fall from the tree, don't fall far from the tree. The apple rather does not fall far from the tree. Religious jingoism is the stock in trade of Gumi. Sadly, he won't be arrested, unfortunately. Good evening, Madam Precious. My name is Nnemeka from Ejigbo. Thank God that USA is not Nigeria, where you can now buy everything with your money. As USA, their law is working for them, not our country where the law is against the poor. Only the lawyers can do whatever they like. The secret must be exposed. I bet Mr. President and his management all that is defend this joke should just think twice and have children learn from. Let's us be careful that we are doing. That's my advice. That's what you're saying. By the way, the US has just issued a travel alert to all American citizens. I mean, a worldwide travel alert. A worldwide security alert to all Americans.
In Nigeria,
all Americans everywhere in the world. This is worldwide. This is the first time it's happening in a very long time. For a long time. So they've just issued a security alert to all Americans that because of the pockets of violence across the world, that the US citizens may be targeted. So that you should be careful.
Because of Biden's visit
to Israel, so it may be a problem. So they should be very careful. Good evening, Precious and Darlington. This is AY from Mushi. Mr. Darlington, Nigeria matter don't tire me. I swear, we are in deep in here. I'm not going to say it. Good evening, Precious and Darlington. Has it not gotten to the point when those in authority should invite Gumi for questioning? Why do these people hasten their actions, or when it concerns an Igbo man? Can Nigeria progress in impunity? That's the question you asked.
I wonder.
And then it says, evening, Precious. Well, the allegation I am hearing, to whom I beg, Joe Darlington, let the FBI prove if there is evidence. Tinubu again. On Gumi, a bindless of misguided utterances. That's what some Islamic scholars are. I don't understand what you said here, Body from Islam. Well, I'm due for a quick break. When I come back, I'll keep taking your messages and I'll also take more of your calls. And then before we see if we can go to a step down conversation. This is the Evening Rush 90.3 Voice of the People FM. My name is Precious A. I'll be right back.
Enugu State government is building a $40 billion economy, among which is the huge International Trade Center. It is the Oji River Industrial Park, the biggest in Africa, located in Ugwoba, few minutes drive to Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Oka, Anambra State. Oji River Industrial Park is financed by African Development Bank, International Finance Corporation, American Exim Bank, Bank of Industry, Infrastructure Development Bank, Central Bank, Taj Bank, Sukuk Funds, and Development Bank of Nigeria. It is time to invest. Don't wait. Oji River Industrial Park has over 150,000 shop spaces and business plaza with state-of-the-art security cameras, fire-resistant walls, hospitals, fast foods, recreational centers, steady power supply, residential spaces for workers and business owners. Indeed, it is time to invest. For more inquiries, visit ojriveric.com.ng or call Anosike on 0813-180-1541. Feud 0903-194-9623. Adigbo 0704-713-0361. Eda Patrick 0816-817-0210. This project is in partnership with Celox Group.
Attention broadcasters, independent producers, and content streamers. This is
all right, Legacy, you are welcome back. In case you're just wondering, the conversations that we are having this evening on the hot topic, I did tell you earlier that appeal courts, a Supreme Court order has fixed Monday for the hearing of Atiku Abubakar's appeal against Bola Ahmed Tinubu's right. Okay, and then you also did hear in the news that the federal government, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, has made new appointments on some key agencies within the Information and National Orientation Agency, right? Information and Orientation Agency, including changing the head of NOA, NTA, FRCN, NBC, and the likes, Voice of Nigeria and the likes. And you also did hear that Sheik Gumi has blasted in some Wike and said that he cannot be, in fact, that he's a satanic man, that's his words, and that Southerners and Christians cannot be trusted with Nigeria's security apparatus. He said a lot in that thing, like I said, just because I don't want to incite anything, so I'm just not saying. If I read out exactly the things that he said, I'm not sure the tension will remain the same. But then let's leave it at that. If you want to read up, go dig it out yourself and read. But that's a conversation. And then we also did tell you that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's lawyers have besieged a U.S. court to seek for the court to stop FBI, CIA, and other U.S. agencies from releasing his documents. You recall that the FBI did mention in early September, that they were due to release about 2,500 documents that had to do with the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, starting from this month, October, perhaps October ending, and we're going to be releasing it batch by batch. But then the president has not gone to court. I take a few messages. Precious, please, can you verify if the pyramid rice is still available? I've been seeing this your message and I've been trying to avoid it. Like, you're just whining me with this message. You just whine me with this message. Which pyramid rice? Pyramid rice, then people they suffer. What's most painful about that rice situation is that I can't even get Nigerian rice in the market. It's so difficult to buy Nigerian rice in the market. To the extent I spoke to a farmer the last time I wanted to buy rice to see if I could get Nigerian rice in no day. So that's even how difficult it is. And then the pyramid thing.
Who is farming?
I hope I've answered your question.
Who is farming the rice?
Fisayo Majikudumi says they are farming, but probably not in enough quantity. Fisayo Majikudumi says, "Good evening, precious. To be honest, the background sound of Voice of the People gives me a heart attack, as if whoever want to fall with Niger situation." I'm sorry, heaven is not falling anywhere. Heaven cannot fall. Do King's Brian says, every week comes with a set of appointments, even when those earlier appointed are yet to make impact. This is hostage, not please. Peter in Otobong says, is it not more important than other side of Nigeria? Gage Construction Limited says, tomorrow they will blame those agitating for freedom. If a person like Gumi will vomit this kind of thing, he said, then referendum is needed. That's what he said. But let me go to my WhatsApp messages, because that's where it's so plenty. This says, you were saying my mind. Mr. Darlington, you're saying my mind. I am shaking my head. The impunity is in high places. I wish some educated people in this country will see what this man is saying, honestly. But some of them will still oppose it. Mr. Darlington, keep it up. Michael from Aswani sent in that message, and then I go to another. All right. So Dayo from Fagba, Dayo. Hey, you better put the message that I can read, or I'll skip it. Well, you said Darlington is your man of the year. There is a saying that that anyone that comes with equity must come with hands clean. Also, the winner runneth, or the sinner runneth when no man pursueth him. He's sinner, no winner. He's winner, you wrote here. He said, but the righteous is bold and as a lion. Obi and Atiku are the hero of the year. If you don't have any skeleton in your cupboard, then you don't need to block people from accessing your certificate. Like Obi said, if the process that brings or brought you into power is not credible, then you can't be credible. It has shown from the first day of the swearing in, and he said a lot, from the policies that were made, and the results is a nightmare that Nigerians are facing now. He is blocking everyone from checking his certificate. Only something minded people that the Supreme Court must get it right. Deliver Nigeria from this nightmare. Well, that's what you said. At least I managed to read your message finished today, even though I edited some. Good evening, Precious. Gumi is angry because of Israel is teaching Hamas the language they will understand. Why are you doing this now? I say Nigeria is a country that headsmen will kill 500 persons, and federal government will not teach them one language they will understand because it concerns headsmen. And Israel is a country if Hamas kill Israel, then Israel government will teach them language that they will understand. Leo from Lagos. We. Yay. Okay. And then this says, good evening, Precious and Mr. Darlington. This is Emmanuel from Mushi. I will never pay school fees to my children again. I will force results. I'll forge results. Thank you, Precious. Good night. Now, wow, for now. You guys play too much. You really play too much. Precious, the way you called me with the O, and then you said, please, the Unilag alumni was not saying he changed his score in school. He was using it as an example. No, of course I did get it. Now, me too, I was whining him back. You don't understand. I got that I got the memo a long time ago, before he even finished. Attending a particular school. I get what you said. I got it. And he said that was why he was saying that he had a 2-1. Of course I know. I got that conversation very well. Trust me, I did. And then they says, good evening, Precious. You intentionally not picking my calls. That's not true. Like many different occasions now. That is not true. Yeah, try me now, call again. I'm calling on program, not your personal not your personal contact. I have never said what is not verifiable on program or station, so you know better. Whatever that is behind your reason for this. Thank you. I don't even know the person that is calling. That's on the one hand. And secondly, I'll tell you people to calm down. There is no number saved in our phones, or we don't have numbers saved. I don't know you when you call. I cannot possibly have everybody's number in my head. It's not even possible. When I'm not your wife or your sister or your mother, I don't have your numbers. So if you're calling when I'm either reading messages or Mr. Darlington is talking and your call is coming in, I cannot pick it. Or if your call is coming when I'm picking calls from the direct line and you're calling from WhatsApp, I can't pick it because the person on the direct line will have to finish talking. Okoya, Mr. Darlington. And if I'm picking a WhatsApp call when the direct line is calling, I cannot also pick it. Can you help me explain?
The man they want to blackmail you so that you will not be looking for his number.
I don't even still get the number 7. How many number go fit cram for one head? So this says
give you special attention.
So this says, good evening, Precious and the indefatigable Barrister Darlington. Please let us not mind Sheik Gumi. He has taken a lot of stop it now. Say Brukutu, why? And he's not reasoning after dining and sleeping with bandits and his terrorists. Oh no. Okay, so Tinubu is opening up the landscape of Nigeria for illegalities, nepotism, unconstitutionalism, lawlessness, and brigandage. More of Gumi-like attacks are still coming from the north, from the Lakes in the days to come. Sir Eric Okechukwumafo from Surulere sent that message. And Tony Anili from Ijegemo says, who will still dispel the rumor of planned Islamization of this country when they that is now what is coming out in the mouth of Gumi and his cohorts, who call Wike satanic just for being a southern Christian? Is he coming to dictate to Tinubu again in this dispensation? On Tinubu and FBI, why is he blocking his this and that? He alluded that he would suffer irreparable damage if his records are made public without people asking why. For me, I would be the one to jubilantly flaunt my certificate whenever it is put under scrutiny. That is what is he afraid of when he has entered the kitchen mindless? You said a lot. Appreciate you. All right, and this says it's annoying and disgusting to hear the name Gumi. Because anytime you hear his name, it's always about something not friendly to the ears. In a sane society, his character would have been arrested a long time ago. Can you hear what he's saying? You can feel the hate of Christians in the way he speaks. If this man can say this in the open, how many more inciting and dangerous statements would he be issuing to his naive followers? Anyway, or anyone coming to compare what Gumi said to that of AGO, that person is only being malicious, naive, and share the myopic views. If it's not Gumi making hate statement, it would be the Murik or the Murik chairman speaking hate about Christians. Okay, I rest my case. I hope you understand why I have to rest that.
Do you know why this thing is very annoying?
Why, sir?
They have forgotten that the peace we are enjoying today in this country, it is Christians that are holding it. Look at what we have tolerated. Precious, look at what, are we not supposed to be giving kudos for enduring, for tolerating? Look at all the things they have been doing to Christians in this country, and yet we don't retaliate. Our own constitution, national constitution, half of that constitution is all about Islamic way of life, Sharia law. The constitution that you and I are quoting, it is their own traditional and culture that are feed inside it. So Christians, they don't have Canaan law. You can see. Whenever any matter gets to that, they know it's constitutional. Nobody should talk about it. And the matter will end.
Mr. Linton, let's go back to the phone line. Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening, Madam Precious.
Yes, sir. Welcome, sir.
I'm Nemeka the talk.
Nemeka, welcome. Go ahead.
You don't send message, Nabi.
Yeah,
There we Meka.
Good job, my brother. Good job. Madam Precious, I only want to add on top of what my brother have said. You see, the people that is managing Baba, the best they can do is to do this, what Darrington said, damaging control. Therefore, know how to repair this thing. Instead of them to try to block anything. Because there is not Nigeria where you can block something. Or, people will just collect something for your hand and do otherwise. If they can put their president under investigation, who are you? That's the question you must ask yourself first. If they can scrut their past president and the current one, and you are coming to block what? That means you are damaging your record more. The best they will do for them right now is to see how they will rapport with Nigerians and the Americans or the whole world to clean up this. If they allow it to move more, I pity for all of them. That's the only thing I have this evening. May God bless you people.
Thank you. God bless you too. Hello. Good evening. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good evening. Welcome.
Good evening, Precious, Mr. Darlington. My name is John. I'm calling from Missouri, US.
You're welcome.
I've been trying to call into your show.
Apologies.
I've been holding on for a while, but I do appreciate you taking the call.
Thank you. Thank you. Is this your first time of calling in?
Very, very so. First time. I've never called, but I've followed your program and I have I've observed just looking at what is going on in the country.
Thank you. I almost wanted to say you're welcome in the name of the Lord, but it's okay. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. I decided to call today because it's with great heartbreak, or just to see what's going on with the country and all the discourse that people are having all over social media and even all the network medias. I just wanted to make a point, though, on the issues that you're discussing today, which is with respect to Tinubu and the FBI and all those stories. I think we as Nigerians need to recognize that America is not going to save us, that we need to be ready to save ourselves. Like the Englishman will always tell us that if something quacks like a duck, it looks like a duck, it walks like a duck, it is a duck. So I don't understand how we are trying to unravel this mystery. Oh, did he go to TSU, CSU, or did he do this, did he do that? The guy did not go to CSU. It's simple. All these things that we're doing, multiple social, deportation, we're just twisting ourselves into pretzels. If we are going to move forward, we need to recognize that as people and take our country to ourselves. Not the UK, not anybody will save us. That's on Tinubu and his own problem. And I'm really sad because in my lifetime, I left Nigeria in my 20s. I'm in my 40s now. And I never voted, but I've always supported Nigeria. And I have always looked back to my father's land. Peter Obi is not from my state. Peter Obi never preached anything to me. But just hear him speak gives you a breath of fresh air. And what I tell my friends or people I talk to is that it is nobody ever said one man will solve a country. Not even an American problem can be solved by one man. We all work together to solve the problem. But all the people need is just the breath of fresh air. Hope. And I don't know, for some reason, see, when we talk about the issue of the election, the tribunal, the judges, those guys who are exiting the world and still making decisions for unborn kids, I think that why is nobody asking? Maybe Mr. Darlington will be able to tell us. Why is nobody even saying, let's go recount the votes? Instead of, let's just recount the vote. Whatever INEC said it is, because all those mutilations, let's just recount whatever INEC even has right now. Because I can tell you, I wasn't in Nigeria, but from what we've seen, Peter Obi won that election. There's no question. I know you're going to pause me on that really quickly. But and when people now come out and say, oh, if the tribunal make a decision or it's Atiku, I mean, it's just going to be problems. Let's just recount the vote. It's cheaper, it's faster, and it will solve a lot of problems. If people who voted for Peter Obi went and we counted and we thought that, oh, what we were thinking was wrong, then we can actually accept this guy who is there. Then to this guy, the other guy talking about religion and all that thing from the north and all that stuff, honestly, religion, whether Christian, Muslim, is just an opium for people who are depressed, honestly. I'm not saying you should believe your God, but using whether you are a Christian, nobody is a Christian. The Israelites are not even, they are Jews. Like Mr. Darlington did highlighted, they are more Christians in Palestine. Anything evil is evil. Somebody kills somebody, it doesn't matter whether a Muslim kill a Christian kill a Muslim, it's all bad. As Fela would say, it's all Pope Day for Mecca, be how we say Pope Day for Rome, be Imam Day for Mecca. It's all, they are using this thing as a ploy to get to us. Our tribe, our religion is the biggest problem we have in Nigeria. I have friends here in America. I went to UI. I did medicine in Ibadan. I have friends here who are doctors in America, like me. The way they support Tinubu, you'll be amazed. Like, how could you even support a guy who is fundamentally, I mean, age-wise, it's not physically strong. It doesn't look, it never took your question. Would you even recommend? But for some reason, they twist themselves into pretzel to support that.
But
I'm not saying I hate the guy.
But there's nothing wrong with supporting anyone that you support.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I hate the guy. I don't hate him. But the point is, there's just some fundamental checkbox that somebody who is coming to serve you should, at the minimum, give to you. At least lie to you. At least even answer your question. But my point is, they have a right to still support him. That's not even a bad idea. If you look at it, I mean, like everyone else supporting other candidates. But the point I'm trying to say is that I think the way out, though, if we ever have this kind of situation happen again, I would strongly recommend let us just count the votes. Because all these things that somebody came out overnight and announced a result, we don't know what they announced, bring the result, we're hearing story. I mean, who is to say that they even announce something? Because with the way INEC collate those results, they couldn't even have numbers were added wrongly. It was so bad that the rigging was even not done with any sense of brain in it. So maybe we should just count the result and save everybody all this problem. But again, I think I must say that you guys are doing a good job, because the main media, they've all been silent. We don't hear anything from them. I mean, I kind of use you guys to feel the pulse of the country. And I really feel for the country. Honestly, I think our problem is not big. I just think that it's something we just have to reorientate our mind. Even we as the citizens, we need to really understand what it means to be in a country, to have love for the country, because we don't love our country ourselves. As much as we criticize, I mean, the politicians are product of us. The likes of Wike and all that, they didn't come from anywhere. They came from us. So all the appointments. So if we have a change of mind, I think we can do better. But let's take religion out. Let's take tribalism out. Thank you very much. And thank you, Mr. Darlington.
You have spoken so well. And I gave you a long time to talk. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the time. I appreciate that too.
Thanks, bye.
The election of Donald Trump. Did you remember that it was counted twice? Did you remember? It was a particular state where Donald Trump was contesting so much. Donald Trump wanted to go to court and file a suit against the election. They said, no, court will not decide our election. Come. They came together, and in his presence and his party supporter, they counted the vote manually, one by one, for the first time in the history of America. It was after that Donald Trump said, okay, he has accepted. It's on record. But here, court, when they were telling you go to court, what do you think they were doing? If they were afraid of what the court will do, would they say that?
All right, going back to the phone line. So, hello, good evening.
Good evening,
yes.
Madam Precious and Darlington.
Sir, welcome, sir.
This is Tony from Chicago.
Oh, Mr. Tony, good evening and welcome, sir.
Tony Tonero.
Yes, I want to point out one thing. I think, let me use myself as an example. I read from a suit, Enugu State University. I probably have my certificate with me, and the school said they cannot authenticate my certificate. The next thing I will do is go to court.
I'm telling you.
And I will sue them, and make sure they pay hell.
Abi? I'm telling you.
Of course. Rather for me to go to court and ask them to, why did you give me a fake certificate? You are going to court to tell them not to release my, spending money not to release my information. I mean, you people should know what's the truth is black and white. There's no way Nigeria can turn it around. It's not possible. Like this guy that spoke last, he didn't go to that school. The school said that Tinubu went to the school, which is true. Who happened to be Tinubu? The female. They don't know the picture of the female went to the school because the social security is there. If I graduate from University of Chicago right now and they say they don't have my certificate, I will quickly go there, tender my information, and they'll get my details for me. But our own president cannot go there because the social security number there is not his own. He can't present it. It's a very simple thing. I don't know why Nigerians are trying to manipulate people. I don't understand. It's just black and white. Social security, one person has it. They don't have two people that have it. So the school say that team went to the school. They are right. But which team went to the school? The one that has the information they gave you. That's the one that went to the school, which happened to be the female that lives in Virginia. DC. One team has not been to Virginia. So, I mean, let us know what we are telling people. People, I don't know why we try to manipulate the masses. Tinubu was a taxi driver in Chicago. I got that information pure from myself before he became the president. He was a taxi driver here. So let us know what we are doing. He knows the truth. That's why he said they should not bring out information. FBI is coming and they want to delay it so that the Supreme Court will rule. Because if they open their own, trouble will start. A lot of people will come out, a lot of APC people will go against him. Look at what the other guy, the former SNG, said now. More people are going to speak. But when the shame is too much, people that has conscience will come out and speak out. There are among them that people that has conscience. They will come and speak out. Oh, we don't know what is going on. Again, it's a big disgrace, embarrassment to the whole country. So, my dear, let me allow you other people to call it.
Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you. All right. Okay. So I take a few messages now. Precious. I've been saying it and I'll continue to say that Nigeria has never been one. You cannot mix oil and water, and they're not compatible. What is going on in Nigeria is an abusive relationship among the ethnic nationalities. Mark my word, it is going to be worse. Alex from Iju sent in that message. It will not be worse in Jesus' name. We cannot be wishing ourselves bad. I beg. Cannot be wishing ourselves bad. Lie. And then this says, good evening, Precious. I get the headline. I am just coming out of the airport now. Oh, can you get the headline? Oh, I think I mentioned that. Before your message came in. No, he said he needs to. Can he get the headline?
Okay.
I did mention it already, but do I have that time? All right, let me run through it.
Let him check now. He's on this now.
So very quickly, we did say that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has made new appointments of all the information and orientation agencies in Nigeria, including NTA, NBC, National Orientation Agency, Voice of Nigeria, Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, and all of that. And then we also did mention that Sheik Gumi saying that Christians and Southerners cannot be trusted with the security of Nigeria, and asking that, saying that Wike is satanic and he should be sacked as minister. That if Tinubu does not sack him, he cannot make 8 years, something like that insinuated. Yeah, and then the president's team or legal team are going to court to request that FBI should not release the document that they are able to release. I hope that I have, with those few points of mine, I've been able to convince you and not confuse you. Okay, me, I no blame Gumi. Now your southern leaders, I did blame. I beg. Sheik Tinubu, don't forget Nigeria Matabi. When you catch him, want to go from Ajawa State because the dollar just rise the go where you know.
He's now interested in his
Ekele Odoma says, Precious and Darlington, on a good evening. My name is Ekene from Agege. Tinubu should resign before it will be too late for him. He know even well, let's leave this matter for Matthias Joe. Too much drama for some people. Live a good and honest life so you won't need to be blocking evidences here and there. That's all. Because of tomorrow. That's what Felix said from NNPC Jibo. Right? And then this says, good evening, Precious. Please, I don't tire for Nigeria Matter. That's your background sound. What's the name again? Bride from Shagamu. I need to tell you. Should be like the sound. I'm not telling you. Good evening, Sister Precious and Darlington. I cry for this country every day. It looks like hope is nowhere, but one day hope will come. Nigeria will be great again. RIP to all toll gate activists. Another anniversary tomorrow. Oh yeah, today is 19th.
October,
tomorrow is 20th. It's true. 20th. Good evening, Sister Precious. My name is Kunle Major from Festac. Please, this is a personal message. Okay, personal message. That means I don't have to read it, right? Okay. Let me quickly skip and read another one before I come back to your personal message.
Now, before you forget.
I may even just forget. Okay. So this is kudos to you guys. Keep up the good work of speaking the truth to power. God heal Nigeria. You didn't say your name, but let me take the phone calls now. Hello, good evening. Can you help me turn up the volume of your listening device?
Hi, good evening. Hi, how are you?
Good evening, welcome. Go ahead.
Yes. So Mr. Darlington, just to correspond to your message, right? The country you were talking about was actually North Carolina.
Exactly.
That was a country that.
That
was a state actually.
It's a state.
The election was counted twice.
Yes. Exactly.
So just to continue my conversation. So you see, to me, in my own opinion, I do not support the ideas of we saying that the Northerners or the Southerners. I think the country is just all about who can do the job and who is qualified. It doesn't matter if you are from Kano, Lagos, Ogun, anywhere. It's all about who is qualified. So the notion that we have in the whole country is that we glorify the mean of the corruption and we appoint people based on where they are or who you know. And this is the major problem. Until we people have the sense to take the sense of ownership of you saying something is wrong in your states, in your town, in your villages, and you can fix it. That's a notion that people have to have. But it's just that Nigerians are, we don't have that notions. The notions that we have is that something has to spoil before we can do something. Then how does this correlate to our business life? So I live here in New York, and I heard the guy that spoke about if your certificate is wrong, or maybe there's something wrong with it, you can easily request for something. There was a few years back, I lost my I had the water damage due to the Hurricane Sandy, and everything got soaked up in the water. I lost my certificate, everything got damaged. All I have to do just go back to the school site. I requested a new one because if I have to apply for a job, then I can give them the original copy. It doesn't take long. Within 2 weeks, you're gonna get it. It's not expensive. So back to Tinubu's story or his matter. If everyone is saying that, if the school is saying that this guy went to our school, but which of the Tinubu attended the school? That's a question. Mr. Darlington, I know you might probably know about this. In the 90s and the 80s and the 70s, back then, when people get deported, what they do is that they can pick you up from either New York or Washington D.C. They can just drop you at the airport or at the junction. Say, listen, find your way. Here's a ticket, and go on that flight. Nobody follows you to the departure section. You can easily just turn around.
All right. I'm due for a break, so I'm actually a big and whatever. Yeah, Joshua Banding Precious. Thank you. All right, go straight to the point now, please.
Thank you, sir. I wanted to talk something about the stuff that I didn't want to say anything about the Nigerian matter. I've been listening to the Nigerian matter. I don't want to say anything there.
Sorry, come and be going. Let me read my WhatsApp messages because I have plenty of messages to read. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, so this says checked VOP staff for us. So I'm not surprised because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said it all. And honest with you, APC administration have nothing to offer. Chinedu Agbo from Imota Ikorodu. Okay, I hope I called it well. Corruption begot corruption. Corruption begot corruption in Nigeria land, and the people must demand from their leaders, particularly career politicians, equity and justice for you see now waiting. The more the sad news, the worry the citizens' mental health comes. Ostino Abus from Uga. Ostino Abus, is it same you? Ostino, is it same you that I chatted up on Facebook dear?
It's by doing the right thing and asking them to do the right thing. It's all for us. That is by force. You understand? Because this pressure, mind it, go there, with them. Say no for wrong. We live in clean Nigerians. They must, pass this thing for us. Because we need something down. So many things to make Nigeria work. Very fun. So please, I thank the guy from America. We need to fight for our rights and get it done.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Mazudi. Thank you. God bless you too. Hello, good evening. What's the arena? So, Mr. Darlington, I have a call. Can I? Yes, please. Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, because at times when I send my mails, you normally call the Tony in US.
No. But I cannot see a Nigerian number and say Tony US. So I think that's a mistake.
No. I use WhatsApp.
Okay. WhatsApp. Okay.
All right. Apologies.
Yeah.
I apologize.
But would you like to be Tony in US?
No, I can never be Tony in US. I'm a Nigerian here. We are going to fight it out here in Nigeria.
Okay. It's all right. Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
I can only visit US and come back.
Okay, I like the spirit. I like the spirit.
Yeah. Uncle.